It ends on Facebook.
and I recently turned on two-step verification on Twitter, so I can't do that.
Is that a big deal? People hacking Twitter accounts?
Well, uh, it's a requirement for me. I'll just say that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Pug life.
Pug life.
Pug life. Pug life. If you're into pugs.
Not much of a pug guy.
My wife loves pugs. I think she had a pug when she was a kid.
Well, you should get a pug now then.
Oh, dude, I enjoy not having a dog. Like I love dogs, and if we were to get one, it'd be great. But not waking up and like the freedom that you get from not having a dog, it's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I'm in the best scenario now where Kevin has two dogs or Kevin has a dog and then his girlfriend has one dog at a time, and they're great. I love them, but I don't own.
Yeah, you're like the drunk uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
Assist me. I want to play with your puppy now.
That just sounds
Come here, puppy.
really creepy. Sounds really creepy.
I'm here to touch the dogs.
Hold on, I'm trying to find out what my Twitter password is here.
It's 1 4.
Oh Jesus! Why did I? Oh God! I'm using 1Password. You know?
Oh, I love 1Password.
Yeah, except I don't have it synced to my
Your Dropbox account.
yeah, or I don't have the application on my PC. So that means I'm typing in like 26 character ridiculous password by hand.
Sexy.
Not quite.
We are doing the bonus show of being on Podtrash right now.
Oh, cool. We're both.
We're both on there. We're live.
Okay, cool. And I think we're live on YouTube too.
We're almost. Yeah. Are we?
Should be.
My wife is going to be so happy.
Oh God. Oh fuck it.
Crikey.
Can you just tweet and like mention
Yeah.
mention me?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Why do we think we have everything going on?
It never works, man. It never all works. Say something for me here real quick.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2.
All right, I think that's good.
Oh man.
So the podcast is not quite officially started yet because we have to do this. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, I gotta unmute this, and then you should hear it. So we're gonna find out. American. Yeah, you hear it? Positivity. Okay. American positivity. American. Yeah. Positivity. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to American Positivity, folks. What was that?
Giving it to you raw dog.
Yeah, raw dog.
Raw dog. You know what that means, right?
Does that mean you don't have a condom or a lubricant?
Correct.
Okay, which one of those was it?
Depends on if you're crying or not.
Depends on if you're crying or not. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's crying usually. Yeah, I got nothing. I was gonna. Terrible joke, but
yeah, I mean, I'm ready for terrible jokes. That's what we do this for, isn't it?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool.
That in the tax break.
Yeah, all those tax breaks.
Imagine if the world got tax breaks for podcasts.
How many more podcasts there'd be?
How many more podcasts there would be?
Yeah.
More so than ever before.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a lot on now.
Oh, there's a ton.
What's your favorite podcast right now?
It is. Hold on, I'm opening up my app because I don't remember the name. Beautiful Anonymous.
What's that about?
Beautiful Anonymous is. Hold on, my podcast. I'll just read you the. Oh, I don't remember the guy's name. It's some comedian that does it. Beautiful. Fucking, I hate technology right now, dude. I'm just so done with it. Top
It's
charts.
funny because I'm like that now. I'm so sick of being around computers.
Yeah, oh, for sure. How do you spell beautiful?
Uh, BAUTIFU,
ITF? Yeah,
something like that.
something like that.
Yeah. Heron.
Okay,
Heron?
Chris Gethard. You know who Chris Gethard is?
Chris Gethard. I know he's a comedian.
Yeah, and he does a lot of writing. Anyway, he takes anonymous calls, and people will call in anonymously, and he'll talk to them for an hour, and that's the show.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
I'm subscribing to that right now.
So he does like one at a time, right? Like each episode is one person that he talks to for an hour.
Holy shit, that's fucking great. Just randomly calling people.
Yeah, and then they have to remain anonymous the whole time, and then they talk about whatever.
So cool.
Yeah, and it's really well done.
I listened to Kings of Everything.
Kings of Everything?
Yeah, a mutual ex-coworker, since we're not coworkers anymore, a coworker of mine.
Okay, yeah.
Very well. Her old coworker in Vegas moved to Australia, and he started a podcast there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember actually listening to a couple episodes.
It's fucking hilarious, man. It's literally like this, except less hate.
Oh, less hate.
Less positivity.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we hate people, but I secretly hate everything. I fucking hate everything. You know what I especially hate?
What's that?
Traveling.
Yeah.
Fuck traveling so much.
Yeah, didn't you just do some traveling?
Yeah, I went home to Minneapolis. Take my wife around, show her my my humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And when we first planned this a few months ago, I said, "Are you sure you want to go there? Because it fucking sucks there."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Of course, I want to go see what blah blah blah." She loves my dad, and my dad loves her. Like those two are two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
And we get there. We were supposed to be there, I don't know, 5-6 days. We stayed all the entire duration, but she was sick. She got strep throat. So day 2, pretty much until we left, was us hanging out in a hotel room and an emergency room.
Ooh.
Fucking
that's shitty.
Yeah. And on top of that, all my friends was like, because my wife wanted to meet them all, and they wanted to meet her, and all my friends that I know from back home, they either worked in the edible outcome post of
what?
Retail. They either work in retail or they come from the shitty neighborhood I come from in the projects.
Oh, okay.
And the ones from the projects, they don't take no for an answer at all whatsoever. So they're like, let her just stay in the hotel room, come on out. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we'll just come bring the party to you. They wanted the party with my wife sick in the hotel room.
Oh, Jesus.
And there was one night where I was literally getting text messages and phone calls for 4 hours straight. I just shut off my phone because I told them I'm not doing it.
God damn. And you were there for her to meet the family, not to hang out with your old buddies, right?
Right. Well, she wanted to see them. Plus, like, she's always heard me talk about home a lot, so she wanted to see all of the hot spots of St. Paul, Minnesota, specifically.
Yeah. How close is that to Chicago? Is that like a suburb?
No, it's like 6 to 7 hour drive.
Oh, geez. I thought you lived like in Chicago.
No, I'm originally from Chicago, but I moved out of there. I went to high school and college in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
And half my adult life now.
So how close are you to Minneapolis?
Oh, Minneapolis is a 5-minute drive.
So it's a suburb of Minneapolis.
Well, no, it's the state capital.
Oh, is it really?
St. Paul is the state capital of Minnesota, believe it or not.
That's weird.
It's also the highest population of Eastern Africans and Southeast Asians in the country.
Wow.
So if you're a big fan of Somalia or Big fan of the Asian people of who are Hmong, which don't have a homeland.
Yeah.
The Hmong, they were actually they used to live in the mountains of China, southeast or southwest China. China kicked them out because they weren't paying tax,
Sure.
and so they were scattered. They're pretty much nomads. They're like the gypsies of Asia. They lived in Thailand, Laos, part of Vietnam.
Weird.
Yeah, during the Vietnam War or Korean War and the Vietnam War, they helped America fight, and in return, America opened the borders to that demographic of people.
Interesting. So that's why there's such a large immigration population.
Why there's a big population?
No, I'm just saying that's because we opened it up. Yeah.
But why Minnesota specifically? I have no fucking clue. I love the Hmong people. I just don't want to be around them.
Sure, I got you.
I'm so sick of being around. Like they're like the hillbillies of Asia. They're like they do everything their own. I mean, every culture does everything their own way. But I'm just
so Hmong is the hillbillies of Asia, and Thailand is the Mexico of China. Just
pretty
so
much.
We get geographically, situated here.
Pretty soon. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Since you've grew up all over the world, is there a specific place of the world that you don't like?
Ooh.
Like, never gone back there. Would you be okay with that?
No, not really. Yeah, Portugal is the closest, but I still didn't mind it there. But I think that had more to do with being on an island than because it was like the Azores, which is a small group of islands. So I think I didn't like being on the island more than I didn't like Portuguese people.
So if it wasn't for my father, I will never go back to Minnesota again. I fucking hate it there.
Wow. Oh, so we're including the United States in that?
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely not going to Mississippi.
I was there for 12 weeks or something. That was where my tech school was when I was in the Air Force. And yeah, it sucked.
Hold on. It's a tech school? There's a tech school in Mississippi.
Yeah, well, no. So it's like, I say tech school. So after you get out of basic training in the Air Force, you go to get trained in your specific role that you signed up to do. And that's called tech school. So it's just a base where they teach people something.
No. Yeah. I have a cousin that lives there. I will never go to fucking Mississippi. I told her straight up, like, she keeps inviting me to go bring my wife down there. And I'm like, I'm not going to Mississippi. I don't give a shit. There's nothing in much the Bible Belt that, I'll go to Florida, which I have. Mm-hmm. That's about it. I'll never go. But Minnesota specifically, I'm definitely not going back there again. My wife got sick. I told her before you even went there, like when we were buying the tickets to go, like I'll tell you what's gonna happen. The first day I'm gonna be super happy. I'm gonna be like, oh cool, I'm at home again. And then day 2 through till the time we leave, I'm gonna be really upset. She's like, why? Because I said I fucking hate it there.
Yeah.
I hate the way the people talk. I hate the way the people look. I hate seeing all the same things I've seen growing up. I just hate everything there. That's me. One of the reasons why I left is because it is Minnesota.
Sure. Well, I'm sorry you had to. So, was there anything else that happened that was crazy while you were there? I mean,
we saw the St. Paul Cathedral, which is the 4th largest Catholic cathedral in the U.S. I actually thought it was the largest, but it's actually the 4th largest, according to our tour guide.
Yeah, it's a huge demotion.
Yeah. But you ever been in a large cathedral?
Yeah, in like the UK.
In the UK. Oh, so you really seen some nice stuff, really old. The St. Paul Cathedral was built in the late 1800s. And they built it primarily since Minnesota was a massive region for Native Americans. When General Custer lost the war, they were trying to convert the natives to Catholicism.
Okay.
And so it primarily was built to convert the natives there, and also to keep. There's also a huge Irish population in Minnesota.
Yeah,
sure. They're trying to keep the faith strong and alive in the upper Midwest. And so when you're in the cathedral, you see like these creepy ass fucking paintings of a Catholic priest like blessing people, coming, but the people were like these sad Native Americans. And these paintings are like fucking like 50 feet high and they're like 200 feet large. I mean, it was insane. It was like the most sad painting I've ever seen, where, you know, the only good thing about this painting is the Catholic guy, you know, trying to bless everyone who's sad Native American.
Little did he know that the Native Americans actually met Jesus not too much earlier than that, so it's fine.
How did they meet Jesus?
Well, according to Joseph Smith of the Mormon Church, you don't know about this?
No.
So that's one of Joseph Smith's tenets, is that like Jesus came over and he condemned them, and that's why their skin is the color that it is.
I do know in the Mormon faith that being a minority is a sin automatically. So
right,
like,
but because if your skin is any other color than white, then it's because God or Jesus condemned you. Yeah.
It's so weird being there because there's not very many Mormons in Minnesota. I mean, they have them around riding on bikes.
Sure.
But besides that, there's not like a place where they congregate at. There are actually more Jews in Minnesota than there are Mormons. And then I'm in Colorado where there's like a Mormon person every other house.
Yeah.
It's just weird, like how the country is so big yet so small.
Yeah, it really is.
Minnesota from Denver is only 600 miles if you fly. It's nothing. But there's...
Yeah. I think that the Mormon Church, Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe Scientology, they should all kind of get together and just be like the church that represents like the outcasts. You know, I think they would probably do better if they were all in one.
Oh, the Voltron of religion?
Yeah.
Just fucking merging together.
Yeah. Be great.
Man, speaking of Voltron, they're remaking Voltron.
Wait, it's live action or?
No, cartoon.
Oh, okay, that could be good then.
Fucking ready, man. I loved Voltron as a kid.
Netflix has done some good content, man. They really do. I mean, they don't make it themselves; they produce it or whatever. But still, there's a couple. Ashamed to say it. There's an anime that I just recently watched that's actually really good. There's a new Ricky Gervais movie that's actually pretty good.
They just released it this week, and I saw it when I was in the hotel room. I almost played it.
Yeah,
with Banna, right?
Yeah. I mean, so what I'll say about it is that don't go into it with huge expectations. If you just want to turn on a movie that's a comedy and have a good time, then it's a good time. But if you're like expecting something great, because I really liked what the fuck was that with Ricky Gervais where he played like the handicapped person?
Oh, that
autistic kid or gentleman.
Fuck, I want to say it's Eddie, but it's not.
Yeah, it's the first name of the character where he's like works in a old folks home or whatever. I thought that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, let's see Ricky Gervais, because my wife loves the show. I found it was all right. I got to a point where I couldn't understand too much when I was drunk watching it.
Because of the accents or what?
The accents,
yeah.
Because it's so thick, so I would have to turn on
subtitles.
It's Derek, the show.
Derek. Yeah, that's what it is.
Is it me to hear that static on?
Yeah, the static got louder. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming from you.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of sounds like a soothing seashore, so it's totally fine.
Boom, boom.
When you get up close to the mic like that, then I can just turn it down.
Oh, yeah, baby. I honestly have no idea what it is. This is great.
We'll figure it out.
Nice.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, well, I got to get my levels back on the podcast. Check, 1, 2, check, mate.
Checkmate.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess from living in the UK and being a big fan of British movies, I've got an ear for it or whatever. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm fucking around.
Okay, I lost your video.
I'm gonna. You lost my radio?
Video.
Yeah, I purposely did that.
Okay.
Thinking.
And now you're like way zoomed in. Just see your head.
Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be adjusted.
But for anybody who watches British movies, Snatch is a really good one, and then Brad Pitt plays this character in Snatch. that is a pikey, which is like the British equivalent of white trash.
Pike.
Pikey, and you can't understand a word he's saying for the most part. And then there's one part of the movie where there's subtitles for just the pikey language, where it has question marks. They have no idea what he actually said. I think it was improvised.
Super funny. I honestly have no fucking clue. Wow, I was just touch nothing.
It got a little bit better, but you got quieter.
I was monkeying around with the knob.
Mm.
I don't know what knob.
You know what? It's not that bad. It's like a nice sea or river going past us.
I tell my wife to stop streaming anything.
You think that could be it?
I honestly do.
Well, we could always just hang up and then call back.
Stay on for a second.
Okay. So yeah, cool.
I have zero fucking clue.
Oh, it's gone now. Oh,
no, it's not. The only thing I did was I updated Skype earlier today. That's about it.
I wouldn't worry about it, dude.
All right, we'll see if we'll get better.
You're recording your local audio too, right? So it's not.
Oh yeah,
it's coming straight out of the mic or whatever.
This is fucking ridiculous. I have no clue. Oh, we're gonna chalk it up to the government.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you want to talk about this week anyway?
Oh man, let's see. Let me pull up my notes. Oh man, let's see.
Definitely got louder.
I did. All right.
No. The hissing noise.
Oh, I know.
Okay, now it's gone. Well,
no, it's not at all. I've literally not touched the computer today.
Yeah. Let's just contemplate existence while we listen.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Try and focus on the point at which you most notice your breath, whether that's the tip of your nose or the rising in your chest.
Yeah. That's not my...
It gets quieter for a second every time you make noise, so...
I don't know.
You guys, we can continue mindful meditation. Yep, just keep focusing on wherever you can sense your breath the most. Try and just really focus on what it feels like to breathe.
Yeah.
As you focus, start noticing when your brain wanders away from thinking about your breath. Ooh. Now I can hear myself.
Is that better?
I can hear myself really loud.
That's cute. I don't know.
Wait, I don't think I can hear myself anymore.
I turned you down.
Okay. Can you hear me though?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's continue. So what do you want to talk about this week?
Oh, let's see. I did a small tour of all of the murals at the Denver airport.
Oh, yeah?
Have you looked at them?
I've looked at some of them.
They're fucking scary, man.
Yeah, they are really weird.
There was one at baggage claim of like this Nazi with a gas mask on.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And he has a sword and he's like scaring a bunch of people in the mirror. I'm just curious how that's even a possibility.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it? Who approves that? I think we talked about this on like our very first podcast. Really? Didn't we? Didn't we have J Dummy call in? And then
I think we talked with Chuck Steak.
Oh, Chuck Steak. And then we talked about underneath the Denver airport and like all the craziness there.
Oh, man. It's a really weird...
Oh, you have a picture of the mural up?
Yeah, I'm looking at them all, and they're just fucking... Yeah, it's like a guy... There's another one with a guy, and it's got a gas mask on, and the natives are like hiding.
Yeah.
He's got a rifle. If you're bored, just type in DIA murals in a Google search.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now.
Find what you're looking for. I am utterly pissed off at what is going on.
Yeah, with the audio.
I don't know. I wish I had a better answer.
Yeah, because if I mute you,
It's
then
fine.
then it goes away. Yeah.
Yeah, I've switched inputs. I've switched cables. I don't know. This is a running theme, which is great. I love it.
Just a running theme.
Just a running theme.
I was looking at some pieces of equipment that allowed us that would plug into your mixer, and it's a Bluetooth device that you just pair your phone with, right?
Really?
Yeah, and then it sends the audio from your phone into your mixer, and then it has an aux send for you to get mic information out. And I'm like, man, we could do that, and then just call, and like we could still do Skype for the video, but just like mute the audio because the call quality would be way better on like a FaceTime audio call.
Huh. Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
I'm playing with quadraphonic sound levels.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
Yeah, I really wish I had an answer.
Wait.
No. Yeah, fuck it.
Do you have like the automatically adjust sound volume in Skype turned on?
That's good.
Microphone volume?
Audio. Yes, I do.
Try turning that off.
Sure. It's off.
No, nothing. All right. It's gone. Oh, no, it's back. This is the worst podcast.
It's a running fucking show.
Yeah.
That's better. I don't know what I did.
I think
did
like as we're talking, I think it gets better, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a turd. You got to talk it out.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so what do you want to talk about this week?
Oh man, I had something good in fucking.
You had your note.
I had my notes, and how much I hate people in their 20s. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, tell me about this.
They're fucking awful. They wear terrible clothes.
Okay.
For an example of jogging pants, or like they wear like these. I've never seen it before. Like tight ass. Like I don't know, man.
Yoga pants.
Yoga pants for guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for guys?
Yeah, it's just weird.
I have no idea.
Plus, like they start talking about things that are very serious for things that don't matter or that don't pertain to their situation.
What do you
For
mean?
example, we used to work with a gentleman who used you used to work with a gentleman that he's very passionate about the Black Rights Movement or the Black Lives Movement. Very passionate.
Okay.
Except he tries to fit it into his like daily life.
Oh, are we talking about stacking? Man, are we talking about stacking quietly?
Stacking quietly.
Okay, cool.
This motherfucker, every day I hear him now because I can't help it.
Yeah.
And we refer to him as stacking quietly because he's stacking quietly.
What does stacking quietly even mean? Tell me.
Stacking quietly means that he is trying to build a fortune. I'm assuming with his monetary fortune.
Yeah.
He's going to do it quietly, but you can't do that quietly if you post that on Facebook.
That's true.
Also, like he sells electronic equipment, right?
Okay,
and he wants to better the lives of the black youth by selling electronic equipment. And he like will crowbar that into every conversation.
Yeah.
Specifically to like a guy walking in looking to buy an iPod.
Yeah.
So for example, he'll like, yeah, man, the guy will like, hey, are you, while they're like waiting for the product to come out to them to sell, He's like, "How are you in school?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm in school because I'm gonna try to empower the youth, the black youth." Like in a conversation. Poor guy. I get so like people in their 20s are so filled with
Well, how they're going to change the world.
how they're gonna change the world, and they've been told all their life like this is what's gonna be like. You're gonna go to college. You're gonna be successful. You could be anything you want to be. You could even be president if you want to. Versus with me growing up, my father's like, you just get a job. So I'm having like this hard time. Like I have zero empathy for people who are so look how to say I don't know, like people who are just so optimists.
Okay, yeah, they're optimistic. Yeah,
because it makes zero fucking sense. Like,
yeah.
let's say you're selling pretzels, and every pretzel you're selling, you're telling people like, guess what? We're gonna take back Wall Street. We are the 99%. Just give me my fucking pretzel, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you're doing nothing.
No, I definitely like. I don't have a problem with anyone having a cause, and I think that is a good cause or whatever. But like, don't need to have it injected into everything that you do. You know what I mean?
Horrendous.
Like, if I'm coming to you for a service, if I'm coming to you to get a computer, and you start talking to me about any social movement, I'm going to say, "What the fuck are you doing? Give me my computer." Like, when I want to read about this or become part of that community, I will. This is not the time. And I get it. Like, people are trained to be advocates when they have passion, right? So advocating means trying to convince people that you have the right idea, and a lot of times it means doing it in places that you wouldn't normally, like at work or whatever. I just don't think that's really appropriate.
It's not appropriate, and you look like an idiot on top of looking physically like an idiot.
Yeah, totally.
I don't get it.
Well, here's the deal too. Like, so one of the things I wanted to talk about this week was this article that I read that's super crazy that says you're more likely to die from a mass extinction event than you are from a car accident.
Really?
Yep. And so it's really seems really small chance of a mass extinction event, but like it's every year it gets the percentage goes up because the amount of time since the last mass extinction event or whatever. And in the next 100 years, there's about a 9% chance that there's going to be a mass extinction event that wipes everybody out. Yeah. I mean, 9% isn't huge, but it's not small either.
Is it going to be zombies?
Well, we don't know. It could be zombies. Why not? Or a meteor or a plague or...
I'm so ready for a zombie apocalypse. It gives me the excuse to lock my doors. Because zombies are not going to break through my door. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I never understood that about the zombie thing. Like, if they are have that limited of mobility and cognitive abilities, then they don't know how to open a door. And the worst thing that could happen is like 50 of them try and line up and push through it. But like you're saying that zombies can't think very well, and yet they can all move as a pack and figure out how to break through something. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, they use their sense of smell according to Walking Dead.
Yeah, sure. But here's the problem with that is like sense of smell on humans is actually pretty bad. So unless you're saying that like their sense of smell gets better somehow, then like you would only have a row of like maybe 10 zombies trying to get into a door, because after that you wouldn't be able to smell that.
You're sounding like you've never been brainwashed by it. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be a guy who's a sheriff.
Sure.
And he's going to talk with some black guy on a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Black guy is going to disappear for a few years.
Yep.
And then randomly show back up and make life better again.
Yep, the huge spoiler, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, wait, did you watch the new Silicon Valley tonight?
No.
Did you watch the one from last week?
No, what was it about? You won't ruin it for me.
Well, so do you remember, are you all caught up from the last season?
I've watched it, I just don't remember any of it.
All right, so this is spoilers for last season of Silicon Valley, which I have no real empathy for you because it's been out forever.
It's an awesome show.
Yeah, it's an awesome show. And also, like, plot points are not what make that show, to be honest. It's like a comedy. At the end of the last season he got kicked off, like they fired him from CEO of his own company.
Pied Piper.
Yeah, so at the very end of the episode, it was that. And then they're like offering him CTO, right? But he struggles with not wanting to be the chief technical officer after being the CEO. And they brought in this guy, the CEO guy that like is obviously super good at manipulating people and convince them all that like he was supposed to be there so that Richard would stay at the company. And it's just really sad. Honestly, it's almost painful to watch.
I do remember it being cringeworthy.
Well, like, and I think most people who don't ever have worked in tech or for larger companies that these shows are making fun of, then I don't think it's too cringeworthy. But like having worked for some of those companies or having been in those exact situations that they're kind of going through, it's like just like their last one, there was a merger and like kind of all the politics around that. And when I worked for Beatport doing IT there, they went through a fucking buyout and takeover, and it was very similar, and it was really hard to watch at times because I'm just like, oh, this is too real, man. Anyway.
It's weird when you see your something so personal to you played out on TV.
Yeah,
and then it's actually accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're just like face palming it. So like, let's say, I always wondered, like, do cops feel that way when they watch Cops?
Probably when they watch Cops, but not like a drama based on cops. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Cops, I showed my wife where the police used to beat up people in my old neighborhood in the projects and then dumped them behind a Kmart.
Wait, dump their bodies?
Yeah. So
like they'd be dead?
No, not dead.
Oh, I mean, it's like really fucked up.
Find bodies back there before, but usually like when you're being a fucker. So, like, let's say you're shooting off fireworks late at night, or you're like busting people's car windows in a row, and they find you. Instead of taking you to jail, they'll just beat the shit out of you.
Oh, Jesus.
And then they would drive a quarter mile away behind, and there's like this massive Kmart that's in a really bad junkyard / wetlands area near the projects. And they would just dump you behind a dumpster or in the dumpster of the Kmart. So I really wish Cops would show that in real life. That's it would be better.
Yeah, so that's not ever gonna happen.
You know, you never know, because since I spent 3 days in a hotel room solid, I've watched a lot of crime TV shows.
Sure. Oh, like a drama could show that for sure, but it wouldn't be like a Cops, like a documentary type.
Oh no, on A&E. So I don't have cable, so because I hate commercials, and that's all cable is one big commercial.
Yeah.
This is where I become insanely hipster. So every time there's a commercial, I change the channel, which is annoying if you're watching TV with me, because
yeah. Wait, so how do you remember to switch back to what you were watching?
I don't. I only get to pieces of every show. So I watched an insane amount of Pawn Stars, which for some reason I love that show.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so stupid. It's completely set up. It's just a bad TV show, but I love the history of people like finding something that is supposed to be historical, and then they find out it's a fake.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then like the devastation on their face.
Oh, just one guy came in with a map from World War II that, what's his name? The general of... God damn, I'm the worst podcaster ever. Churchill.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Hand drawn. And it turns out it was just like a copy after World War II. And the lady walked in wanting like $20,000, and it turns out they would give her $100 for it.
Oh, Jesus. That's devastating.
I love it. I love seeing disappointment in people. Even if it's fake. If you do it well enough, I enjoy it.
Oh my God.
Seeing like a kid just being really sad by their parent makes me happy.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, I had an awkward opposite situation on the bus the other day.
Oh yeah, you take the city bus.
Bus. So it was the 15, which goes down Colfax, which is probably the worst bus I've ever ridden. Because it's Colfax, right?
Yeah. You
should have seen that coming.
Minorities.
Well, it's not just that it's a lot of minorities. Way to make me seem like an asshole. It's just that there's a lot of type of people in a bunch of different types, different situations, and I would say about 20% of the people on that bus are inebriated in one form or another. either alcohol or drugs or
What's
whatever.
up, dude? You didn't take the bus?
No, if it was marijuana, honestly, I'd be okay with it. But most of the time, it's not.
It's
Anyway,
too expensive.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. So anyway, so I'm coming home from on Friday from work, and I'm on the bus, and I'm overhearing this conversation this couple's having, and they both obviously like work at a bar or something together. They're still with their like stereotypical like black, thing in the front, and then a little pouch that you put your like check stuff in. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The fake bag.
Yeah. So she asked him, can you come over to my house tonight and hang out? And he was like, I can't. I just don't have the money for to take another bus. Like I have to stay on this bus until I get home.
How much is a bus?
It's like $2.50, bro. And I'm like literally looking at him, like counting his tips and like obviously seeing him doing math in his head. He's like, yeah, I just can't do it. So I pull out I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Like I should give this guy money or something. A very rare moment of like of like generosity on my part. I'm never like this, but I'm like thinking, I'm like, well, I bet I can help this guy out because I have this month pass because I get the month pass to go do RTD any zone I want, right? Go on any bus, and what's that?
There's bus zones.
Yeah, so like to go to up to Boulder from here is like 4 zones, and to go to the airport is 3 zones. And to go to
a zone is $2.50 per zone.
I think that's accurate. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a direct. I think it gets a little bit cheaper every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, from here to Boulder is like 35 miles, 40 miles, so that's not bad.
It's the maximum. Yeah, $9 is the max that you pay. Anyway, the point is, I gave him April's RTD pass because it's not assigned to me, and I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not taking the bus anywhere tomorrow, and it's over on Sunday, so just you can have this. And this motherfucker started crying on the spot. No, dude, like no, seriously, and it wasn't like a good thing. Like it was like I felt super uncomfortable, and I said okay, and then I went back and sat down, and then proceeded to put my headphones in and just look out the window the whole time as he's like, I can see him out of my peripheral vision, just like crying.
What did he look like? Was he an older gentleman, a younger gentleman?
No, he's probably like 24. I don't know.
Nice.
I mean, I just wasn't going to use it, so I just gave him my bus pass. But it's one of those things where I'm expecting someone to be like, oh, sweet, thanks, man. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even like, I was literally just, it wasn't me trying to like feel good about myself. It was like me feeling bad for this guy. You know what I mean?
Because $2.50 relatively is inexpensive, but if you're fucking broke.
Yeah, basically that's it. If you can't afford $2.50 and it's like legitimate, then like that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So nice of you. When do you plan to do another gig?
I'll probably do it again at the end of the month when it's my last day or whatever. Jesus. I honestly don't think I'm ever going to do that again because I didn't. Oh, but then 3 weeks ago, I'm downtown. And this is before I got it was before April, right? I just got bus passes, right, for the rest of the month or whatever. So like single pieces of paper that give you a pass. And there was this homeless guy downtown, and he was asking me for money for the bus. And then I was like, and he was obviously trash. And I handed him a bus pass out of this book, and he threw it on the ground and said, "Fuck you, man. I want money." I'm like, you said for a bus pass, though. Like, this is money for a bus pass.
Listen here, Monica. I don't need this bullshit. I can't fucking get high on this bullshit.
But I think that's the best thing to ever have. I'm going to start carrying around a pack of like bus passes so that when people ask me for money for the bus who obviously don't need the bus, I'm just going to give them that and they'll get really upset.
You should get like some of those. It's I don't know if they do that here in Colorado where you there's these pieces of paper that look exactly like money, but when you unfold it, it says like you go with Jesus, bro.
Oh yeah, I've gotten some of those when I worked at Red Lobster for tips.
You worked at Red Lobster? I didn't know that.
That was my very first job.
Shit, what did you do? Bus?
Bus and then serve.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
What city was that? What state was that in?
That was in Colorado Springs. Anyway, so I got quite a bit of those because there's a large religious community down there. and they thought it was cute to tip with these pieces of paper that look like money and are really like just trying to get you to come to their church and give their church money.
Oh, it's fucking awful. It's fucking. So the one time at the Mall of America when I was like teen, me and my shithead friends, we would go to the mall and try to work on girls, which never worked ever.
Work on girls, like as
Yeah.
in a repair shop, or
I wish it was a repair shop. Like try to pick up girls.
oh, okay, yeah, sure.
It's our goals trying to pick up girls, but we all there was one of us that had better luck than the other two of us, but I never got a girl at the mall.
Yeah.
Even when I worked there, I didn't. It was horrendous. So we were on the second level. There's 5 levels at the Mall of America, and each one is its own mall. Each level. So on the first level, there's like the store sign that says like, "Hey, this is Foot Locker," or "This is whatever." On the second level, we found one of those $5 bills it was a $10 bill on top of one of those signs on the first level. So in order to get that money, I decided to go into the amusement park area of the Mall of America and win a prize. You can get like a stuffed animal.
Okay.
If you make 2 shots in a basketball hoop. At
Sure.
the time, I was phenomenal at basketball. It only cost me $1 on the first shot because I'm going to show off on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, so we get the stuffed animal. We go back, and I take the stuffed animal, throw it on top of the sign, knock down the $10 bill. We open it up. It's one of those fucking church. So fucking mad. It took like a half an hour to do the whole thing, the whole process. And then the security guards came, and they said, "Why are you trying to break the sign?" I'm like, "Dude, I was trying to get this money, but turns out to go with Jesus."
Yeah.
Got kicked out of the mall that day.
I'm sure that they laughed at you too.
Oh, of course they fucking laughed.
Man, me and my buddy Jared Underwood. I have no idea why I remember his name. This is like late middle school, early high school, right?
Oh yeah.
We would go to the mall because he was right next to a mall. So we would go to the mall, and one day we just started super gluing dollar coins, like dollar bill coins. Dollar bill coins. You know what I'm talking about, like
Yeah.
silver dollars.
Silver dollars.
We super glued those to the marble tile of the mall floor.
My God, I would have gotten it out.
And then we just strategically find a good place to do it and then sit so it wasn't obvious that we'd done it, and just watch people go by and try and pick up the shit.
Did anyone ever get it out?
No, but people got really mad.
Oh, I would have gotten it out. Because we would go to the mall when we were bored as shit. Then the bus was only $1. No, 50 cents if you're under 18.
Oh, interesting.
You take the bus, go to the mall, hang out literally from the mall opens at 9 a.m. and we'd stay there till 10 p.m. 11.
Wow.
And our sole purpose was to try to get girls and make money at the arcade.
Yeah, how would you make money at the arcade?
Beat the fuck out of people in Mortal Kombat. I was so good at it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, man, I was so good at it. That, Street Fighter. But Mortal Kombat was the main game at the time.
Sure.
But it went away. Then when Tekken came in, I was too old.
I really don't like Tekken either.
Well, it's not fast. It's a really slow game. It's all about timing. And I come from Street Fighter 2 Bloodline, where there is no fucking timing. You just button mash to your...
Well, I think there's some people at the professional level who still do that, who'd probably argue with you that it's about timing, but just doing it really fast.
People on the professional level are still playing Street Fighter. I really hope that's their only job, because if they're juggling Street Fighter and family life, they need to quit.
Why are you judging so hard on Street Fighter?
Because, man, Street Fighter, you can't find it in an arcade anywhere.
Yeah.
So it means you're playing like tournaments wherever you go.
Yeah.
And 2, like, you can't tell people, like, yeah, oh, really? Where's your scars? Oh, check out my hand. I got a thumb sore here. Fuckers.
I really feel like you're being
Judgmental.
discriminatory against people who play video games, man.
I totally am. Speaking of video games, I probably logged like 100 hours in the past month playing Jet Set Radio.
Are you serious?
I love that fucking
But, I mean, how long is this game, though? Like, how long does it take you to beat it?
I've beaten it twice now.
Yeah.
I just put on my headphones, have a beer, and just skate and graffiti stuff.
I mean, I totally get the appeal for sure.
It's so sad that I'm admitting that. It's because there's much cooler games out or coming out. I mean, you're playing Dark Souls still, right?
Yeah.
What is it worth the $60?
I'm only about 5 hours in, to be honest. I haven't had that much time to do stuff. And then and then I've been like going out and doing fun stuff on the weekends, which is weird. Bro, yesterday, real quick, side note, you know me, right? I like to stay home, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was sitting at home and it was 8 o'clock, and I said, I want to go see a show. The Bluebird's like really close to me now. So who's playing there? And I look it up, and it's some fucking band I've never heard of, and their tickets are $10. It's like a Wild Nothing or something. And I just go to a show. And I went to a random show. I talked to some people. I got a phone number, and then I went home.
Whoa! From a lady?
Yeah, bro.
Whoa!
Yeah, but like, I don't go out and do that stuff like that. It was weird, man.
You're on corporate welfare hours now. I mean, this is like what the rest of the world actually does.
Yeah, because like I got bored. Well, because like I've been working such long hours and waking up so early that like I'm waking up early on like a Saturday. And that means that by like 6 o'clock when I'm still at home, I'm like kind of bored at being at home, but I'm not ready to go to sleep.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way. When I used to work those hours, what did I do a lot? I drank a hell of a lot. I drank so much because there used to be a bar next door to my house. College Inn. You ever been to the College Inn?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, it's one of my favorite bars in Denver, mainly because no one goes to it. Mm-hmm. It's a dive bar, but it has no appeal, no charm.
And that's its charm, ironically. Yeah, is that it has no charm.
It has no charm and $2 beers.
Okay.
I love $2.
I was gonna say $2 beers seems like a charm.
Oh, that's just to get my ass in there. I used to be there so much, and they used to have poker there, and I would watch people play free poker for like $20 gift cards to the bar.
Yeah.
Like, if you're here spending more than $20, you obviously don't know how to drink right.
Yeah. Well, did you play with them? Like, did you play poker?
No, I just sat and judged quietly.
You judge and then stacked quietly.
I love people watching. People watching, some of my favorite things to do in life. I could watch people do anything. Literally, when I become an animal in my next life and I'm captured in a zoo and they're going to watch me, the real people watching is me watching them. I want to be that gorilla just laying on the ground, taking my ass.
Getting blown away by magic tricks.
Yeah. Oh, I love magic tricks, dude. Is there magic tricks in Denver or magic shows?
Sorry, I just took a really big hit of weed. Yeah, there's definitely magic tricks.
My mother-in-law is like, wow, that graphic has a big pipe. Yeah, that's what he's into, man. I love her so much.
The funny thing is, I'm not like even hardcore about it at all.
No, not at all. It's for you. It's like beer. Like you just.
Well, no, I'm just saying like it's like I have my little pipe that I smoke out of, and like I know people who are way more into that shit. Like they have butane torches and shit.
Do you see the football player with his gas mask?
No.
So there's a football player in the NFL draft, or he was eligible for the draft this week. I mean, he did get drafted. He was picked 13th. He was slated to go number 1.
Wow.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
The night before, he was on Twitter smoking a bong that's connected to a gas mask, and then he uploaded it to Twitter, and that cost him like $8 million.
Oh my god!
Just total because he fell down to the draft. None of the teams wanted to deal with the shenanigans.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't know.
You know what though? I kind of feel a little. I do sympathize with these kids a little bit because they're just so fucking young, and they're about to make a lot of money, and they make stupid decisions because of that.
Oh man, if like the internet really was, I mean, the internet existed when I was 18 to 21, but I just had a cheap Nokia phone, and most people did.
Yeah.
But if I had like social media at that time, I would be in prison by now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would totally be in prison.
Yeah, like, imagine all the stupid things that we did when we were kids. If people had an easy way to find out about that, because we would have been stupid enough to tell people about it.
Oh, I would have told people about it. I would have probably committed a felony through Snapchat.
I think due to restraining orders, it's actually just a felony for you to even talk about Snapchat, isn't it?
Sorry about that. Sorry. Oh man, it's insane. Like if I would have had a cell phone in high school, it would have been insane.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah, I didn't get my cell phone until I graduated high school. So
I didn't get my first cell phone until after I actually was out of the military, so 22. But that was because
you traveled. You didn't have to have a phone.
yeah, I was overseas, and if I got a phone, then I was eligible for. So it was early enough days for cell phones that the government didn't want to pay for everyone to have cell phones. But if you had a cell phone, then you could be on call.
Oh fuck that.
Yeah, so people who owned cell phones were in the on-call rotation. People who didn't weren't.
Yeah, I would have never been on call then.
Yeah,
I either would have lied
yeah,
or I would have never been on call.
yeah. I thought about lying, but then I thought I could go to military prison, so that would be bad.
What's military prison like? Do you have an idea?
Oh yeah, because a lot of times they would have a temporary military prison at most large bases that would eventually they'd get shipped to the major population of people, or they would serve a short sentence there and then be released. So it's like regular prison, only 100 times more strict and no limitation on physical labor.
Oh shit.
So one example of this was when I was in the UK, I was going to get some blood work done or whatever, and I was walking because people didn't have cars overseas if you were enlisted. If you were an officer, you did. But anyway, so walking, and I walked past the temporary military prison, and out in the yard, in the mud, was this huge, like, 18-wheel, oh, I didn't think it was like a monster truck tire. And this dude was just having to, like, flip it in the mud over and over again, right? And I'm off for the day, so I'm wearing, like, civilian clothes or whatever. And I'm just like watching. I like stopped and watched, and he was like covered in mud and flipping it back and forth. And I went to talk to one of the guys because it was outside through a fence, and one of the instructors or the prison guards or whatever was out there. I was like, "Hey man, what's up?" Because I knew him. I was like, "Hey, what's up, Chavez or whatever the fuck his name was?" I was like, "What is he doing?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's just flipping that, man. He's just flipping it." I was like, "Is there a goal or?"
I'd rather like skin potatoes. I think that's what you do in prison, right?
Yeah, whatever. But the point is, like in military prison, they make you do physical labor that means nothing. Like this labor is literally like move rocks over here and then move them back.
Jesus.
So it's like the most demoralizing. Like just like, oh, if you had any hope of like having a job where you feel some sense of accomplishment to make your time go by faster, no, we're gonna make you do things that you know are pointless.
Can't even believe that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But if I was if I was an officer, I would get off on it. I would make people do dumb shit. I totally would.
Well, you can't do that to people who aren't in prison. Like you can't give an unlawful or well, you can try and give an unlawful order, but you can like straight up say, "I'm not going to follow that order." It's not.
Oh, you'd go back to the jail cell. So, but it wouldn't be terrible. I would like do stupid stuff like, hey, I really need you to brush the toilets with, you know.
Oh no, you could definitely do that. I meant like the officers could only do it inside the military prison. Like in regular military time, an officer can't just make you go flip a tire for no reason. We'll see about that.
Oh man, it's just fucking insane.
You could. How old are you?
I'm 33.
You could still enlist in the army as an officer if you wanted to.
No, I in 2003 I almost joined the Navy. It was the same week that Bush said that we're officially at war with Iraq.
Okay.
That's when I said no. I tested. I had just graduated. Let's see, 2003. I just got my AA.
Yeah.
And I tested really high on some fucking test they give you. I don't even know what the test is called. Aptitude test?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I know the aptitude.
Yeah,
test.
some test.
ASVAB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I showed up in like my Wigger outfit, so I had like a basketball jersey and my sneakers on. And I would take this, and the guy was shocked that I tested so high. I told him, well, dude, I just graduated college and I'm taking classes right now. I'll be graduating in a month, or semester's over in a month. And so, like, yeah, you could be like an E6 or some shit like. I don't fucking know.
I'm surprised they wouldn't let you be an officer if you have a degree.
You have to have a bachelor's to be an officer.
Oh, that was it. Oh, you're associate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I only had my associates, and so I'd go. I said, "Let me think about it. Let me talk to my dad one more time." And I got to. He said, "Well, you get to really pick where you want to go. You like, since you tested at this certain level, you don't have to just pick a region. You could pick exactly where you want to go."
Yeah, and like what you want to do.
Yeah, so I was gonna like put me in the Mediterranean. I was gonna go hang out there, go be one with my people, and then 2 days later, Bush said, "Oh, we're at war with Iraq. Everything all of our resources are now allocated to the Persian Gulf."
Yeah.
So I said, "Fuck that! I don't want to go there."
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was the closest brush with the military I've ever had.
That's a good call, man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I mean,
it's not great.
life would have definitely been different, but I would have never made it here where I'm really happy here.
Yeah, I'm happy where I'm at too, so I don't really regret any of the decisions that I made. I look back at some of my decisions and go, man, I wouldn't have made that decision now. But that's it. You know, there was a podcast they were talking about. I think it was Taiwanese culture doesn't have words like has, should have, could have, or whatever. They don't have words for like the concept of regret, and therefore, like their culture doesn't have as much regret.
And that's how they beat China.
Wait, did they beat China?
No, they didn't. But China won't fuck with them. So like China's like, okay, we'll keep this officially, but you guys do your own thing over there.
Yeah. Anyway, well, I hate to do this, but 11's my stop time. I know we started late and we had issues.
The question is, do we move the show?
I think we do.
Yeah. Is what day works for you? Because
Saturday would be the best day.
Saturday at what time?
Well, you could work theoretically till 10.
Till 10, yeah. Let me look at my calendar.
So we could do like a 10:30 start, and hopefully it would only be really shitty for you like once in a great while.
No, I'll be home by 10:30. I would say 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay.
10:30 till 11.
Okay, somewhere in between 10:30 and 11. We
So
can't have a hard stop time. That would be against the rules.
Yeah, and yeah, that would be perfect. Let me see. What is today, dude? The 1st?
Yes, sir.
So I unlock my phone and I look at the calendar and I'm like, oh, it's not fucking May. It's May.
It's totally May. I thought May started on Monday, but I was wrong.
Yeah, May is today. The anniversary of May Day, right?
What?
Is today May Day or is it the 15th?
Wait, what? May Day? What the fuck is May Day?
May Day, during Normandy during World War II.
Oh, V-Day, you mean?
Is it V-Day?
Yeah. Victory Day.
Now, May Day, May 1st, is celebrated in many countries as a traditional springtime festival or as an international day honoring workers.
Like Labor Day.
You
know what? Yeah, I do know that because some of my coworkers in the UK and Ireland are sending out an email as like a reminder, like, hey, just a heads up, we're not working on Monday.
Yeah, maypole dancing at the Bishopstone Church in Sussex, UK.
Sussex. Is that in Suffolk or Norfolk? Does it say?
Well, we're gonna find out.
That's that's like the north or south.
This is the Southern Saxtons.
Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, that's weird. I've never heard of May Day. But are you ready to do the outro song?
Yeah, well, we forgot the most important thing. Just one more thing.
Yeah, what's up?
Prince, dude.
Oh, we still haven't talked about Prince?
Haven't talked about Prince.
Oh, no.
What a fucking loss.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's really shitty. The shitty thing is I think it may be linked to like opioid abuse.
Yeah.
Which is really shitty because like there's actually a really good documentary on Netflix called Prescription Thugs that just came out about doctors overprescribing like opiate based pain medication and how like it's killing more people than car accidents or like tobacco combined or some crazy shit.
Let me take a wild guess. Pfizer's involved.
Yeah, Pfizer actually is involved in. Oh, not in that documentary, but I mean they are in the documentary, but they're not funding it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, They actually talk about Pfizer because they talk about how Pfizer makes, lower medication to lower your cholesterol,
Mhm.
right? And to like dangerously low levels. By the way, like they went into how like having too little cholesterol is like really damaging. It's actually better to have a little bit higher cholesterol. Anyway, and then one of the side effects of that of Lipitor is not being able to get an erection. So then they made Viagra. They actually talk about a lot of wrestlers in it. You would really like it. I mentioned I thought about you when I was watching it.
Oh yeah, there was actually China female bodybuilder / wrestler. She also died of prescription overdose.
Oh, is that what she died of as well?
Yeah, they found prescription drugs. They were prescribed to her, but
Sure, that's the problem. And like in the documentary called Prescription Thugs, I'm just trying to remember what it's called. They go into how a lot of these wrestlers were prescribed them, and a lot of doctors are either shady or they don't check with other offices, so they'll get a prescription for Vicodin or whatever, and then go to like 30 other doctors that day. And the wrestlers are doing it a lot because they have a lot of pain from like, doing what they do in the ring.
well, plus at the time, like pretty much up until about 10 years ago, you were considered a pussy if you missed a show because you weren't feeling good.
Oh, yeah.
So these guys would just knock back pills. But yeah, I just wanted to say how much I love Prince. And
yeah, we'll go into Prince some more next time because I definitely think that like it's almost better to wait till the people are not talking about it to talk about it. You know what I mean?
You're talking about leaving a cliffhanger?
No, I'm saying like I think it's better that we talk about it next week when a lot of people have moved on. You know what I mean? But Prince is definitely, we owe a lot more to Prince than to move on to him after 3 weeks. So us talking about it will be a good thing.
So to leave everyone with a thought, who's the next musician to go?
Oh goodness! So we lost Bowie. Who's the head of the Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, he's definitely next.
He's next. I'm going with Little Richard.
Little Richard. Okay, I can see Little Richard. Oh, also like Radiohead is disappearing from the internet right now, bro.
Why? Are they pulling their discography?
No, like they're literally like you would go to their website and every 10 minutes it was getting like 5% more opaque, and now it's just nothing.
Yeah, I just went to their website. They're technically not disappearing because they still own their
They own the domain, right? It's not like airing out. They're probably coming out with a new album, but they always do weird shit like this. Like they deleted all their tweets, all their Facebook stuff. There's like literally no Radiohead on the internet. It's like they never existed, besides people talking about the fact that they aren't there.
I just like the fact that someone's like, man, I really can't find Radiohead's webpage.
Yeah, someone's like, this is obviously a mistake.
r/Radiohead is on fire.
Oh, they're on fire, bro. This happened like literally today. Yeah, I totally forgot about this.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I'm trying to like view source code for the website.
Yeah.
I bet there's some shit in there.
There has to be.
Oh no, I think there was shit in there, and now you know what's in there. It says head, body, HTML.
It's got purged.
It got purged.
Oh, good for them, man. It's not a bad way of marketing.
No, everybody's talking about it, and they're not like everyone's like, oh, are they quitting? But like they are literally scheduled to do like Lollapalooza and like all these big festivals later this year.
Big money. We could talk about this next week, but I'm kind of bummed out that they're. I actually don't like the idea of festivals anymore.
No, I don't either. Anyway, all right, so we'll talk about it next week. So festivals next week. For show notes, we got Prince. Let's talk about China. I want to talk about the prescription drug shit because that shit's crazy.
So much.
And then we'll talk about Radiohead going dark. And hopefully by next week, we'll have some kind of after, like what happened with Radiohead. It's literally just today.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be excited because they're your world.
Well, yeah, they definitely are. And they haven't put out a new album in like 7 years, so.
About time.
Yeah, it's about time. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Maybe they'll play Creep.
Oh, yeah. American. Please don't play Creep.
Positivity.
What?
American positivity.
Yeah. American positivity. Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a good week.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it.
Did it. Go to bed.
Yeah, I need to.
Dude, you got people to take care of on the bus tomorrow.
Well.